I didn't think overall that we played our cleanest ball game of the weekend, but certainly it was tough conditions out there. I was really proud of Brandon Waddell. I thought he just really gave us a high-quality start. That inning that he gave up the 2 runs in the 4th inning, he battled back and pitched us into the 7th inning, which I thought was big for us. And fortunately, we were opportunistic enough to score 7 runs. I thought, there were really 3 well-played ball games, and we just feel really good about walking away from this weekend against, your in-state rival and getting a sweep. Anytime you can do that in this league, you had a pretty special weekend. So, we'll look forward to getting back at it on Tuesday.
Joe and Happy made reference on it. Not so much there was a revenge factor. They knew what happened against them last year. They had your number, taking 3 or 4.
Right.
Feel good a year later to sweep them away?
Well, I don't know that, quite frankly, that this year had anything to do with last year. They're different teams, but, most importantly, I feel good that, we've, I think, played them 10 years in a row, and we've won 8 out of the 10 series. You look over a decade of baseball, that's a pretty good run there. And certainly they played good baseball against us last year down there in Blacksburg, and we played a little bit better this weekend.
Joe just kind of continued his really liked facing that pitching. It's like all these guys, you had mentioned it, that eventually they're all going to get back to where they were.
Right.
Do even better. Joe, this was Joe's weekend to do that. What did you see in Joe's weekend?
Well, I thought Joe was a little bit more aggressive this weekend. He just squared the ball up on more of a consistent basis, and that's where we're trying to get these guys to. And they're not perfect, and fortunately, a guy like him and Mike Pappy picked us up today. Last weekend it was Nick Howard, and today was not a great day for Nick Howard at the plate, and that's what a good team does. You're not relying on the same 3 or 4 hitters every night. It's, different guys that are capable of contributing, and that's why I said, I've always, since the start of the season, I've liked the depth of our lineup because I think we have an ability for different players throughout the lineup to step up and do the job.
I think it's through maybe the array of ups and downs, but then Pappy up bat, he misses the bunt a couple times, goes to 0-2, and has to swing away, and gets that single down.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Certainly that was a big part of the game. We didn't execute a couple of bunts in that scenario, but then, guys battled back, and, Nick before him, I think he had a walk, drew a walk after not getting the bunt down. And then, Mike did a nice job of staying inside the ball and hitting the ball the other way. And unfortunately, it was enough over the shortstop's head to score the run.
Joe, you mentioned Joe really squared up some balls
Right.
This weekend. He hit the home run, pulled it the home run.
Yeah.
A couple opposite field to the deepest part of the ballpark.
Right.
Just talk about his approach this weekend and just his all-around game.
Well, I felt Joe McCarthy all weekend against Virginia Tech had a tremendous weekend at the plate, and we all know what Joe's capable of doing. He had a tremendous year for us last year, and with Derek Fisher being out, I think there's a lot of weight on a guy like Joe to come through, and I thought. He had a spectacular weekend. Had he not had the weekend that he had, I don't know that we would be sitting here with winning 3 ball games. And he's a talented player. Unfortunately, this weekend he sprayed the ball all over the ballpark and got some big clutch hits for us.
He's so patient at the plate.
Yeah.
Do you ever have to tell him to be more aggressive at times?
Well, that's the way that he hits. Mike Pappy's very similar. That has to do with Joe had over 50 walks last year, and which is pretty impressive for a freshman to be able to do. He's got a good eye at the plate. He understands what he's trying to do. There was one at bat where he took a 2-0 fastball right for a strike and then hammered the next pitch. That was the ball that he hit the double into right center to drive in the first 2 runs. And so you sit there sometimes and you scratch your head and say, why did you take the 2-0 fastball? And then he's right on the next one. But, it's tough to change. He's got his approach, and it seems to work for him.
Just talk about the decision to start Tony at second base today. What did you see out of him? What led you to that decision? What did you see out of him?
Well, I thought Tony Butler did a tremendous job at second base in his first start, and we knew that would switch Brandon Cogswell over to shortstop, and I knew Cogs would do a great job, and I thought Tony Butler handled the situation really well. He handled the ball at second base and did his role on this team for us to play winning baseball.